for me as a director was to sort of embrace the spirit of...
They say Ron Howard is too nice to make enemies, but a career that stretches from child stardom to Oscar-winning director was never going to be free of friction, and behind the calm smile and steady voice are moments where even Howard admits he was pushed to his limits. Over decades of directing Hollywood's biggest names, he encountered egos, tempers, controversies, and clashes that tested his patience and reshaped his understanding of leadership, beginning with Happy Days, where the meteoric rise of Henry Winkler's Fonzie quietly shifted the balance of power on a show originally built around Howard's Richie Cunningham. As fan mail flooded in for Winkler and the spotlight drifted away, Howard wrestled with jealousy and frustration, even as he respected Winkler's talent, and although the tension nearly boiled over when executives proposed renaming the series, a single honest conversation between the two restored mutual respect and preserved a friendship that would later reunite them on Arrested Development. Years later, Howard found himself in a very different storm with Vince Vaughn during The Dilemma, when a single line in a trailer ignited a national debate about comedy, responsibility, and language, placing Howard, Hollywood's clean-cut diplomat, at the center of a cultural firestorm that no careful explanation could fully extinguish, and leaving behind a film remembered less for its story than for the controversy that sank it. His calm demeanor was tested again through his complicated history with Mel Gibson, beginning with the sting of being snubbed for Best Director for Apollo 13 while Gibson triumphed with Braveheart, and coming full circle years later when Gibson unexpectedly presented Howard with the Oscar for A Beautiful Mind, a moment so surreal Howard instinctively asked to see the card, stunned by fate's symmetry. Earlier in his directing career, Howard faced one of his most intense on-set battles with Wilford Brimley during Cocoon, where clashing philosophies, precision versus instinct, led to blown takes, shattered mugs, and raw frustration, yet ultimately produced performances so grounded they gave the film its soul, teaching Howard that the most difficult collaborators can sometimes deliver the deepest truth. That lesson was echoed decades later in the painful Jeffrey Tambor controversy, when accusations of misconduct and a disastrous press interview left Howard criticized not for his actions, but for his silence, forcing him to confront the uncomfortable reality that neutrality can feel like complicity in moments of moral crisis. And finally, perhaps the most quietly painful rift came from Tom Hanks, a longtime collaborator and friend, whose 2022 dismissal of the Da Vinci Code trilogy as meaningless commercial fare landed not as casual critique, but as a public distancing from work Howard had fought to make and deeply believed in, turning years of shared history into an unspoken fracture. Together, these moments reveal a side of Ron Howard rarely discussed, not a man surrounded by villains, but a director shaped by conflict, disappointment, and hard lessons, learning again and again that leadership isn't just about kindness, but about standing firm when art, integrity, and human dignity are on the line.